Calata became the ANC's Secretary General between 1936 and 1949 at the height of segregation laws. He was among the 156 people in the 1956 treason trial. Masualle has described Calata as a selfless leader and a unifier. Well, following the unveiling of Reverend Calata and his wife's tombstones in Cradock in the Eastern Cape is our reporter Unathi Binqose. Unathi, a very good afternoon to you. You've been at it all day. Tell us about the proceedings in Cradock now.
Well, these are the events that started on Friday already. Celebrations for the contribution of the man that Canon Calata was. He was a priest by calling, but he was forced into politics by seeing the injustices that were happening to largely the black people in his community. That forced him to get involved in politics, and he contributed immensely as a politician. I mean, he even rose to the rank of being the Secretary General of the ANC, and we were told that he was one of the founding members. Rather, those were at the forefront of the creation of what we now know as the Freedom Charter, which is the blueprint of what South Africa aspires to be. So he's a man who's well celebrated, especially in Cradock, and his family's credentials in the liberation struggle are impeccable, because we understand that his grandson, Fort Calata, was also a member of the Cradock 4, and he also died, unfortunately, fighting for the liberation of black people, largely in South Africa. And the people who were at the event today, they praised him, and they say that he's an exemplary leader, one that we should aspire to follow as the young people that are living in South Africa right now.
Unathi, who attended the ceremony? Who's attending the ceremony? Any significant members of our society, particularly the ANC, as this was a former Secretary General?
Indeed, there were quite a number of people who attended these events. Like I said, today was just the final lap of his celebrations. They started on Friday already. We had a political lecture about the life and times of Canon James Calata that was done by some members of the ANC. Unfortunately, I can't remember the person who was responsible for that, but I understand that over the weekend there was a sporting event also, because we understand that not only was he a priest and a politician, but he was also a community builder, involved a lot in sporting activities in Cradock. And we understand that the sports minister, Fikile Mbalula, was also in Cradock over the past weekend because there was a soccer tournament in honor of this man, and he was there to hand over presents to the winning teams that were participating in the sporting events that were happening over the weekend. But today I can tell you that the Premier of the Eastern Cape and quite a number of his executive, of his team of executive members, the MEC for Health was there, MEC for Treasury, and also the MEC for Arts and Culture. They were all there to honor this man. He started today with a short prayer at his home, and then they proceeded to the graveyard where he lays buried alongside his wife, and they laid some wreaths there, and from there they went back to their hall to try and sensitize young people to make sure that they do understand the contribution of Canon James Calata, and do appreciate his contribution in the liberation struggle, and inspire them to know that even people from the little town of the Karoo can also contribute in making South Africa a better place. And judging by the number of young people in particular who attended the event, you can tell that they are really proud of his contribution, and you can only hope that they'll be inspired by what he has done, and they will carry on and ensure that moving forward we will have other Fort Calatas and Canon James Calatas coming out of that area and surrounding areas also.
Thanks for that. That was Unathi Binqose, a SABC reporter who is in Cradock at the unveiling of Reverend Calata.